What's going on, everybody? Eric Bourassa here, and I'm so excited. We are on the fourth song of the Boxcar Racer album, one of my favorite albums of all time. This is Tiny Voices. The guitar parts are really interesting, but also very simple. And then the very difficult interlude bridge section, I'm going to give you two ways to play that. An easy way, and then what I think is the actual way that it's being done. But I don't know. Let's find out. We're in standard tuning. I clocked it at about 153 beats per minute. And we're going to start with this A5 power chord. Now, the secret to this chord is use your thumb to block string 6, and then use your index finger to block the thinner strings, so that you can, you want to have some force. We don't want to be super careful. We're really whacking the strings on that. So, and then we're going to palm mute. So we have 6 total hits of the A5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 of those are palm muted. And then we're going to jump up to this 11th fret octave. So we have block with the index finger, index on 11, block with the index finger 13, block with the pinky the first 2 strings. All right, so that's your technique for getting that. Your index finger should only be applying pressure on the tip, blocking everything else. So if you find you're not able to get that, your thumb is probably a little too high. So just make sure that when you're doing power chords and octaves that you're blocking all the other strings. And then we're just gonna hit open strings as our transition back to this D5 power chord. And we're gonna hit that a few times. You'll slide. So strum, slide down to 4, hit it again. And I'm just doing all downstrokes for that. Now, we do that 4 times, then we get to the verse. The verse is super easy. That's right, you guessed it. We are in the age of the Tom DeLonge open octave. So we've got 5, and then this time for this octave, we're not blocking the 4th string. So we're gonna go 5, open, 7, and just all downstrokes. Every now and then you could do a down up down. So we do that 8 times for the verse, and then we get to the chorus with some distortion. All right, so I'm doing this with down and up strokes. That's what feels best to me. You could do this with all down strokes. So we're hitting, just like in the main riff, it's cool because this is like a variation on that theme. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you're gonna hold that for half a beat. And then we're gonna go up, down, on that E5. Up, down, down, up. And then down, up at the end. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And then we're doing the Tom DeLonge chord. And then just bring that index finger up a fret. Regular A5 power chord just with 2 fingers. So it's fun. Already, if you've been with me for the first 3 songs, then you're already seeing the patterns and like the same kinds of chords and ideas being used, but in different ways. We've got E5 power chord. I'm just using 1 finger. And then what I'm doing is I'm sliding that index finger from 2 up to 6. That's kind of my pivot finger. And then back. And then just down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Pretty straightforward on that part. After the chorus, we get this post-chorus. And one thing I always tell my guitar students, when you're muting strings, a lot of times people want to push, literally just lay your four fingers flat across the strings and barely, barely, barely touch it. We want to do all downstrokes with a nice accent. And then we are back to the intro, another verse. The verse is half the length this time, and then another chorus, and then we get into our bridge. Let's start with the easy version of the bridge. I looked up several different ways that other people were playing this, and I watched some different people on YouTube. There's not that many videos of this, but I saw 3 different ways that this was being played. And so for sure, there is this I know beyond a shadow of a doubt is correct. This, right? It's that 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 pattern that Blink are kind of famous for doing. It's a constant stream of notes with no stopping. Just like that. And then we just add our pinky. Sorry, I've got too much gain there. The second time through that pattern, the piano kind of hits a root note of D sharp, which kind of gives it this like B over D sharp feel. And then here, the bass does that over that same pattern again. So if you play it by itself, you won't feel that harmonic change. But if you play it with the recording or with other musicians, then you'll keep playing the same thing static, but then what they play changes the harmony. Then over the A chord, it's really doing the exact same thing, but the easy way that we can do this is we go 002, 002, 002, right? If you've played any Mark Hoppus bass lines, and a lot of Tom DeLonge guitar parts are like that as well. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. That's kind of how I count that. And then we just do it with 4. So that's the easy way of doing the bridge. What it sounds like, but it seems too complex. It just seems like something Tom DeLonge would not do. Not that he doesn't do some complex things, but this just seems very un-Tom DeLonge. But when you listen to it, it sounds like this is what's right. Over the A chord, right? Kind of like that. So what we're doing here, if you want to go for this, is you got to have your thumb super low on the back. And you're holding the 2nd fret on the 5th and the 4th strings with your index finger. Your pinky grabs 5 on the thickest string. So you're holding 5, 2, 2. Now, if you can't get this stretch, it's probably not a physical limitation in terms of your ability to stretch that far. More than likely, it's a hand position issue. This knuckle is probably coming out too far. Your hand is probably twisted, or your thumb is too high. That's what I see like almost every time with my guitar students is if they can't get a 4-finger stretch on these lower frets, it's not that their fingers can't do it. They're twisted and this pinky knuckle is jutting out way far and or their thumb is too high. All right, so we're going to go 5, 2, 2, 5, 2, 2, 5, 2, 5, 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5, 2, like that. All right, so here's the whole harder version of this. So doing it that hard way, there's just too great of a chance of a mistake. Like if I was going to play this live, if I was recording it for an album, yeah, I would take my time and do it that way and get it perfect. But playing it live, I would do the easy way. After that, we have this this second bridge, if you will, or interlude, and it's just open, 4, 5, 5. And we do that twice before going back to the first bridge again. And if you have any idea what they're saying during that part, I've never looked it up, but I am kind of curious, like what is the banter, the talkie that's happening during that bit? I don't know. And then we go back to our original bridge for 2 more times. And then we do an extended chorus 4 times through. And then at the very end on Everybody Will Be Let down. I always thought it was left out. Everybody will be let down. You're going to play through the whole pattern 4 times, but on the 4th time, you're going to stop after 2 hits of B. Everybody will be let down. Or you can also count it 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So on the one and then you cut. Everybody will be let down. Let down. All right, cool. So that's Tiny Voices by Boxcar Racer. Let me know what you think. It's one of my favorite songs on the album. But then again, I feel like every song I get to, I'm like, this is one of my favorite songs on the album. There's only one song that is kind of not my favorite on the album. It's still a great song, but it's just, compared to everything else, it's fine. But it's one of the more popular ones. See if you can guess what it is. Anyway, that's it. Like, subscribe, whatever. And I will see you in the next times. If you are looking for extra help with your guitar playing, check out unlimitedguitar.com. It's awesome. We meet once a week. You also send me videos of your playing throughout the week, and I send you a video response of what I think you're doing great and what I think you can work on next. And you get access to all of my lesson material. So yeah, check it out, unlimitedguitar.com.